Charlie, your co-owner of Seg Glide Ride. Thanks for joining us on Channel Vision.
It's my pleasure, Lauren.
Firstly, can you tell us about the experience provided by Seg Glide Ride?
Well, we offer a unique and fun time experience for Canberrans, local and interstate overseas tourists alike to enjoy the unique ride around the foreshore of Lake Burley-Griffin in the Parliamentary Zone. It's something that is not able to be experienced in lots of other places in Australia, as we are the only public land hire in Australia at the moment.
And what sort of training do you have to undertake to be able to ride a Segway?
Well, first of all, when people arrive, everyone's given a group demonstration. First of all, you can't tip these machines over forwards, and you can't tip them over backwards, okay? Doesn't matter how far forward you lean, or how hard you pull on the column, you can't tip them over forwards or backwards. So anytime you're riding uphill, don't be afraid to lean right onto the column to get you going uphill. Now, this is only your steering column. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the propulsion of the machine, either forwards or for bringing it to a stop, and it's very touch sensitive, okay? I don't want you to steer like this, but I'm just showing you how touchy it is. So you don't have to be white knuckled on it, reefing it around everywhere. Then everyone's provided with an individual lesson, and then we have a few minutes training and practice before we ride out at our designated ride times.
And are there any restrictions to riding on the Segways?
Well, the restrictions that we impose ourselves are that people must be over 12 years of age and that weigh approximately 45 kilos minimum and 120 kilos maximum. That's basically the only restriction. We have had we've had men hire up to the age of 87, and 81 years of age is our age record holder for women.
And what inspired you to start the business?
Probably our son more than anything. He was obsessed with Segways a few years ago, and we actually undertook a trip to Europe for 6 months and the United States to investigate other operations, see how they ran their business, what problems they encountered, how they got up and running, and just the best pick people's brains to see what was best for our business in the operation down here on the foreshore.
So I understand that you faced a few hurdles in offering this service to the visitors at Lake Burley-Griffin. Can you tell us what these were and how you overcame them?
Well, the biggest hurdle really is because a Segway is an illegal vehicle on all public land in Australia. The coordination between the ACT local government and the Commonwealth government. The National Capital Authority is part of a Commonwealth department, so we were dealing with two separate governments there. Initially we were in operation and then had to close for a couple of months because ACT roads enforced the regulation of them being illegal vehicles, and we were informed that anyone found riding them could be fined $2,300. So we closed down over a 7-week period, and in that period we applied for and were granted an exemption out of the ACT Attorney General's office, authorised by Simon Corbell to operate the business with an exemption from the application of the road rules as they apply to Segways.
And how long have Segways been around, and where did they originate?
Well, they've actually been around for about 11 years now. There's a chap called Dean Kamen who he was actually in partnership with Steve Jobs from Apple. Originally they were trying to invent a wheelchair that would gyroscopic movement control, and as a byproduct of that research they came up with a Segway. Now that was about 11 years ago, and up until the present the originals are all still made in New Hampshire in the United States. The Chinese have just come out with a copy model, but I'm unaware of the technology that's in that machine. I haven't ridden one and I don't know their capabilities as opposed to the originals from New Hampshire.
If people want to find out more about Seg Glide Ride or book an experience, where can they go?
Well, we do have a website which is www.segglideride.com.au, and on that website it details all our operations, ride times, costings, restrictions. There's also the phone number listed on the website. They can give us a ring. And it's just simply a matter of picking a date, a time, a length of time that you want to ride for. Give us a ring, we'll book you in, and then you know that your machine's available when you come down to hire it. I'm Charlie Orr from Seg Glide Ride in Canberra, and you're watching Channel Vision.